We are on. Call the commission meeting to order for May 16th. I don't have any updates or any little tidbits, so we'll just start off with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Many thanks to everybody for coming this evening, and for those at home for taking time out of your dinner. Roll call, please.
Mayor Mitting,
Here.
Commissioner Toth. Here. Commissioner Lunn is absent and did notify of his absence. Commissioner Kennedy
Here.
and Commissioner Keys.
Here.
Okay, we do have some recognitions this evening, and so I am going to step up to the podium, and the first one we'll do is Mark Santos. Time sure does fly.
You're having fun. I'm still having fun. Yes, I am.
Mark has been, this is a service award to Mark Santos in honor of your outstanding commitment, support, and dedication to the city of Treasure Island over the last 15 years. You made it.
I did.
And a card to go along with it.
Thank you.
We hope you're around for another 15.
5 or 10, maybe 15. Thank you. Or more.
Or more. You want the,
No, you don't.
they can recycle it. Our second recognition this evening is Alan Ahern. Alan? Congratulations. Service award presented to Alan Ahern in honor of your outstanding commitment, support, and dedication over the last 10 years of employment. Alan, congratulations, and we hope there's many more.
Thank you.
Those awards are well-deserved, and it just, if you could go around the city and talk to the employees, staff, and people here, and take a look at the number of years that they've been with the city, I think it speaks very highly of the city, the staff, the management, and the dedication of the workers to the city, because we were just going over some of the numbers here before this meeting, and I mean, there's a lot of years that have been piled up by the folks, firefighters, police, staff. So many, many thanks for all your years of service and dedication. Okay, let's move on to public comments. Public comments this evening? Dominique?
Hi, everybody. Dominique Ryder, 153 Sunhouse Circle, and I am a resident here. So I'm here to talk about the All-American Picnic that will be this coming Sunday. We're going to be doing a tribute to the armed forces. We have free Nathan hot dogs, apple pie, watermelon, Cracker Jacks, water and soda, live music, games, and prizes. The police will be doing free pet and free bicycle registrations, and our fire department that was here will be doing the cooking and also a safety program. But what I'm really here for is, this is going to be huge, okay? We are expecting 500 people. The winner of the baseball game will be receiving this trophy. The 17, you need to be at least 17 to play, okay? I know all of our employees have to be at least 17. But everybody that's playing, there'll be a red team and a blue team. The red team will have red baseball hats, the blue team will have blue, and the officials, which would be our mayor, who has graciously going to be the umpire behind home plate. We have, I've got people that don't know about it yet, but they are going to be umpires behind first plate, second plate. I'm deeming myself as an official, so I'm going to wear a white hat. The representative from Nathan's will have a white hat. Stacy, because she so graciously volunteered to be a helper during the picnic, made it very clear that during the game, she will be at the game, but she will be wearing a white hat. So red, white, and blue. Everything is red, white, and blue. And I'd like to especially thank Justin for helping me with getting the trophy. Everybody that knows me, I'm a people person, and computers hate me. So heaven only knows what this would have looked like if I had done it myself. And if this is all right with you, Mr. Mayor, we'll present the trophy at the time of the picnic. And the following commission meeting, if we could give it to the captain of the winning team, I'd appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay. So you'll know when the game starts because the band will be playing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Okay? So we'll see everybody at 2 o'clock. First 500 people get a hot dog, so I wouldn't be late. Thank you again.
Thanks, Dominique. Any other public comment? No?
Mel Lenahan, District 4. I hope that the new city manager will consider some of the contracting out. I've mentioned before about the garbage, of course. We can't even get proper proposals for the cures that we should be having lease option proposal. We should be having contracting out option proposal and a new vehicle proposal. And we're not even getting the proper information for y'all to make the right decisions. This is a disservice to our community when we don't research and propose all options to the commission. You should require the staff to do this. Absolutely no one can do a one bid to try to find a cure with proposals. I think that we should also contract, besides the garbage, I think we should contract out and look into HR department. I think that we should contract out our sewer. I think that we should contract out our fire department and our police department or get bids on it and allow our citizens to vote. It's up to the citizens to decide. We're already contracting out a lot to the sheriff's department as it is. The building inspectors are already contracted out. Look into all of the code enforcement department to be contracted out. One person in the Parks and Rec is all we need. Then we can bring up our grant committee and an entertainment committee, which a lot of people are already wanting to be on those committees. We still need a grant binder with all the grants in it, the names, the procedures, and the connection persons, like the DEP connection person of Tony McNeil. If something were to happen to our parks director that's been here for 40 years and has had experience in our city for 40 years on grants and just leaves or something happens, then it's y'all's fault for not putting the pressure of getting this information documented. I think that we should look into contracting out the finance department to a CPA firm. I also think that we should have a live stream instead of our TV. I requested copies of past meetings, and they're going to be brought to me on 8 tracks. CDs, sorry. But they're both dated. CDs are the past. I want to go to our website and click on any meeting at any time of day or night, whether I wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I can see the meeting at that time, and click on it and be able to see what happened. We cannot do that. It's citizens first. It's my schedule, not y'all's schedules, not the schedule of what the TV decides to play at whatever time. And if it's about money, then get the grant committee involved. Post code enforcement rules on it so that the code enforcement department that has $1 million can pay for the live stream if it needs to be done. We are so far behind. Madeira Beach and St. Pete Beach both are doing live stream. They've been doing it, St. Pete Beach since 2008, Madeira Beach since 2013. The commission needs to scrutinize what's going on in each of their districts. Just like District 4 with Sunset Beach, the commissioner scrutinized about the wedding fees of $25 in the Parks and Rec Department and the weddings that are in his district. District 3, Paradise, the commissioner scrutinized about the cracks in the street on the road with the Public Works Department. That's what we need to do, and I personally think we should eliminate the new engineer that was placed in Public Works for $75,000 start pay if we can't get the roads right. I know that West Gulf Boulevard on Sunset Beach is like driving on a gravel road. It's real bad. We are so far behind in every department. We have to kick it in high gear. Thank you.
Any other public comment? Okay, let's move into approval of minutes, and I have the May 2nd Commission regular meeting works and the workshop minutes available for approval.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the May 2nd workshop and meeting agenda.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thanks. Any discussion on the minutes?
No.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Keys?
Aye.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Toth?
Aye.
Mayor Minning?
Aye. Approval of the regular workshop agendas, Commission. Is everybody okay with the agendas?
Yep.
Okay, we have no consent agenda. Let's go into items of business. Item 1, consideration of ordinance 1711. Jennifer?
Ordinance number 1711, an ordinance of the City of Treasure Island approving the final plat for Aqualina, a replat of lots 7 and 8, second addition to Block B, City of Treasure Island, according to the plat thereof as recorded in Plat Book 27, page 62 of the Public Records of Pinellas County, Florida, lying in Section 23, Township 31 South, Range 15 East, and generally located at 11715 and 11725 First Street East, as attached hereto in Exhibit A, providing for recording, severability, conflict, and an effective date.
Anybody care to move this?
I do. What's the ordinance again? What's the number?
1711.
1711.
I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance 1711.
I would like to second that motion.
Okay, moved and seconded. This is the second reading and public hearing, so I'll open the public hearing on 1711. Any public comment? Seeing none, close the public hearing. Any further discussion by commission?
None.
Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Keys?
Aye.
Commissioner Toth?
Aye.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Mayor Minning?
Aye. Okay, and a companion piece is consideration of ordinance 1712. Jennifer?
Ordinance number 1712, an ordinance of the City of Treasure Island approving the final plat for Aqua Vita, a replat of lots 4 and 5, second addition to Block B, City of Treasure Island, according to the plat thereof as recorded in Plat Book 27, page 62 of the Public Records of Pinellas County, Florida, lying in Section 23, Township 31 South, Range 16 East, and generally located at 11801 First Street East, as attached hereto in Exhibit A, providing for recording, severability, conflict, and an effective date.
I'd like to make a motion that ordinance 1712 final plat for Aqua Vita be passed.
I would like to second that motion.
Okay, moved and seconded. This is also the second reading and public hearing. I'll open the public hearing on this. Any public comment? None. I'll close the public hearing. Any further commission discussion?
None. No.
Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Keys?
Aye.
Commissioner Toth?
Aye.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Mayor Minning?
Aye. Okay, item 3 this evening is consideration of resolution 1763. Jennifer?
Resolution 1763, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Treasure Island approving a grant agreement with the Gulf of Mexico Alliance for the development of plans, agreements, and policy recommendations to address climate change vulnerabilities and providing an effective date.
I'd like to make a motion that resolution 1763, approval of grant agreement with the Gulf of Mexico Alliance for the development of plans, agreements, and policy recommendations to address climate change vulnerabilities. be passed.
I will second that motion.
Okay, moved and seconded. We discussed this at the workshop. Any further discussion by commission?
No.
Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Keys?
Aye.
Commissioner Toth?
Aye.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Mayor Minning?
Aye. Okay, item 4 tonight, consideration of ordinance 1705. Jennifer?
Ordinance number 1705, an ordinance of the City of Treasure Island, Florida, amending Section 3-34 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Treasure Island, Florida, pertaining to the closing hours to revise the hours that businesses dealing in alcoholic beverages shall remain closed, amending Section 3-35, exceptions to article provide standard operations for all establishments dealing in alcoholic beverages, providing for severability, conflict, codification, and an effective date.
I'd like to make a motion that ordinance 1705 for the change in alcohol sales hours be passed.
Second.
Moved and seconded. This is first reading. There is no public hearing on this. Further discussion by commission?
No.
No.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Keys?
Aye.
Commissioner Toth?
Aye.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Mayor Minning?
Aye. And our last item this evening, item 5, consideration of resolution 1744. Jennifer?
Resolution 1744, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Treasure Island approving the purchase of a beach garbage collection vehicle and providing an effective date.
What's your pleasure, commission?
I would like to move that we accept Resolution
44.
44.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Further discussion by commission?
Yes.
Okay.
So I spoke to Mike Helfrich, who does a fantastic job in our Public Works Department. I went ahead and called a few of the partial list of the load and pack vehicle users and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 different municipalities that I spoke to love the product and say that it works fantastic. There were a couple of notes that at the last meeting they had mentioned that they really couldn't drive it on the street because it would tear up the tires, but that is, according to Mike and the other 2 cities that I spoke with, that they do actually run it on the street, and it'll run about 25 miles an hour or so. On the other side, I spoke to the Harrison County Sand and Beach Department in Gulfport, Mississippi, and the guy had had 3 or 4 of these vehicles in the past, and he also wanted to know what we had paid, and then he has traded in several and so forth. So I asked him a few questions. They have roughly 26 miles of beach, and they use in their municipality only 2 of the front-loading devices, I believe, and possibly 1 of the back-loading device. So on this quote, there are, I think, a total of 5 on there, Mike. And I just want to talk about how they'll be handled because they're really expensive.
Yes, Mayor, Commissioners, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Commissioner Keys, for calling me the other day. I appreciate the information that you provided. And I did want to make one thing clear, is that on your page 6 of the package, I guess it'd be package number 123, at the top, there was a mistake. We have pricing on 3 rear load 7-yard cubic waste containers and 2 front load 9.5 cubic yard containers. After talking with Commissioner Keys, I did go back and I looked at how we would be running these, and we've decided that probably we would only need 2 of the rear loading and 2 of the front loading. Front loading is for the recycling. So what we would have is we would have 1 that's in the waiting to be picked up. by the county, and we would have one that we could then go out and use. So there would be two, and that would be the same thing with the rear loaders. We would have one that would be being used, and then if that was full, we would be able to set that down, pick up the other one, and continue with our operations. So we have decided that 2 rear loaders and 2 front loaders would be all the dumpsters we would need.
What does that do to the price, Mike?
It will drop the price by about $70,000, or I'm sorry, $7,000. And then there would be probably a reduction in the shipping by probably 1/3. So it'd be about $8,000 less.
Okay, we have about 3.2 miles of beach, is that correct? 3.2 to 3?
Yes.
Okay, this other municipality stated that they had about 26 miles of beach, but I have no idea what type of beach traffic they get from their people along that 26 miles. So I couldn't make a comment as to whether or not they use only front loader, and he said he kept an average of 2 to 3 of those. One of them was kind of beat up, and that was in the kind of reserve, and then 2 more. So I don't know, for 3.5 roughly miles of beach, I know that we get a lot of traffic on those beaches, but it seems expensive. In the meantime, I did understand from this guy in Gulfport that they get beat up pretty severely, and they're exposed to rust and all that other. So I'm glad that you did reduce it. I'm not sure that that's enough, but if we're going to have this, and he said these things last a lot longer than you think. So
Yeah,
at some point, we would have to buy new ones anyway, so I don't know what we would do with these.
Yeah.
If we needed to have them in reserve or found we didn't need them, what could we do, I guess?
The reason for 2 of them is in our heavy season, we will pack the 9.5, I'm sorry, the 7 cubic yard excuse me.
That's okay.
The rear loaders are for the recycling, and the front end loaders are for the garbage. We will load out in the heavy season a 9-yarder. So we have to have one in reserve. So we would fill that one up. We would set it down, or rear load it into the back of the truck. If for some reason they weren't able to get it right then, we'd have at least another one in spare, and then we just switch these out all the time. The same thing with the recycling.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'll take that answer, thank you.
So what is the correct amount that should be in the resolution?
What I'd like to do is go back. It'll be less than the 197,280. I'd like to go back and get a full quote on that. I was not able to get that before tonight, and then it'll probably be 189 in that range. So if you just subtract the $8,000 from it.
Mike, I have a question for you. What percentage of trash collection is the beach in compared to our residential collection?
It's about 1/8 is the beach.
What, 12.5%?
Yes. And again, I'm going off of just kind of a memory thing.
Right.
So you're saying just take 8,000 off of that?
Yes.
189, 280?
I believe so. I'll have the numbers probably by the in the next day or so.
How's the commission feel about?
Can we amend it right here,
Yes, I was going to.
so that we don't have to go through another meeting over? Does that make sense? I have no problem with amending it right here if the other commissioners and mayor don't.
No, go ahead.
We'll only spend what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we need at least a reasonable number in the resolution.
Yeah,
I would take $8,000 off.
Okay, so we're down to
185.
189, 280. Is that okay with commission?
That's okay, is that all right with you?
Yes.
Okay, and I think
Ralph?
that we get a little quicker too, correct? Okay, okay.
Okay. With that, the resolution will be 189, 280, and any further discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Keys?
Aye.
Commissioner Toth?
Aye.
Commissioner Kennedy?
No.
Mayor Minning?
Aye. Okay, that concludes our regular commission meeting for May 16th. I suggest that we stick around and have Jeff roll the workshop tape. So this meeting is adjourned. Stay seated, or don't go far.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.